just mad living in this world. We're living in a man's world. What is a man with no woman? Just another lonely soul in this world. We stand with a broken heart, trying to see some better days.
What's good, people? Welcome to the RGM podcast. You know, it's good to have you lot here today. My name's Tafari. I'm 16. You know, why I decided to start up this podcast with my friends was to just, you know, try and make a difference, speak about certain things that need to be spoken about, because no one really has the voice to do that or the confidence. So yeah.
Hello guys, my name's Abdul. I'm in my 20s, and you know what, similar to what Tafari said, we got together to create this because we want to talk about the problems and different kind of things that our young people and our colleagues go through, you know. My one specifically is the fact that I know that the young people are the future. Now it's time we show them more than just telling them.
Mm-hmm.
Hi guys, my name is Shawna. I'm 17 years old, and similar to what Tafari and Abdul said, it's just simply to help make a difference in the younger generation.
Hi guys, my name is Jamal. I'm 19. Reason I joined in on this podcast was because I want to help my friends and a lot of other people show these young people how much power they have. So yeah.
Hi, my name is Sharon. I'm in my late teens, and I came here on this podcast specifically to speak to the young people and just try and show them that there's a different way, just like all my friends have said. But the main thing is that these are things, we're going to be talking upon things that you're too, I don't know, you might not want to talk about to your friends, or you might want to search it up on Google behind closed doors, but now it's here, you can hear it and listen to it.
Yeah, man, 100%. And sorry for the background noise if you're hearing this, just because we're live in Brixton, you know. So,
Bricky.
yeah, but, you know, this podcast was kind of this podcast built up on just general discussions that we were having in our office where we work. And it's just, we were just like, you know what, let's make this into something big. Let's let the wider generation and everyone, all ears, hear what we have to say. And, you know, some of you may agree, some of you may disagree, but, you know, it's just a general discussion. And if you have any ideas or thoughts, then, yeah, feel me, I'm pretty sure there will be some comments down below that you can, you know, comment on and, yeah, do your thing. But, yeah, really and truly, we're just going to really speak about certain problems that this generation faces and the outcomes as well of these problems, you know. And then afterwards as well, we have a couple questions sent in from people that we know, some people we may not know but just wanted to have their input. You know, we got some questions about this generation and stuff like that. So you saying you don't want to get into the first one?
Segment,
So the first issue I'd say is struggles in school.
Mad. That's a big one.
That was a big one. Still
Dropped
couple
Bomb.
years.
Bun grade.
Struggles in school.
It's good because remember we all work in schools.
Exactly.
So yeah, struggles in school. Remember this, yeah. The young people are misunderstood. The teachers are misunderstood. Yeah, and so all of them things there is a recipe for disaster.
100%.
Yeah, 100.
And you know it is. Another thing is, you see like how you say the students are understood.
Yeah.
Because they're not understood, they can't be catered for the way they need to be catered for.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
100.
so even a man like, I'm sure we've all been in that situation where we just get into trouble over some silliness when really and truly we can be this how much better. When the teachers don't understand our learning style like that, so they don't cater for it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Get me?
I knew of a student, he literally went into school, and he was in his class, and he told his teacher, I can't remember what he referred to it as. It was nothing deep. It was probably something about that. I think it was that she was silly or that she was weird or bizarre, something like that.
Okay.
And you got exclusion for that. In my head,
That
is like almost motivation for me to just think, cool, now I'm gonna do what you told me. What you say I am, what you label me to be, I'm gonna be that guy, innit? And for two reasons. In a malicious intent, because now I feel like I've been wronged, and I have been wronged. And in society, I've realised now that when people are being wronged by someone else, instead of thinking to calm it down or think about a passive way to move forward, we're ready to violate back. You get me? Tit for tat, tit for tat. There's a big saying that's been around before all of us. So it's one, if it's, what does it say? Eye for eye, make the whole world go blind.
Yeah.
We're gonna operate.
Word.
Shoot. Okay, cool. Now, remember this, yeah? We're young and we soak in whatever that's being said. From when there's repetition all the time, your brain literally sends you to that memory lane where you actually perform the act that they're calling you out for. And if you could be that child that says, you know what, I'm going to stop and change from now, or you can be that child that says, you know what, they know me for this, let me just continue. Understand?
And the thing is, you see, you know what's so twisted about the whole setup, yeah? The whole thing's rigged because it's like, now you're in a position where you want to be able to make that change, but because your brain's so used to that one pattern, it's like you've become accustomed to it. And it's a hard cycle to break out of. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Definitely. Was you going to say something, sir?
No, let me say something now. Because even with that now, you see certain kids getting in trouble. The way teachers deal with these situations tells the student, one school, I don't care about this no more. Do you get? A teacher will shout at you for being calm with them, but just speaking like the more grown person. Do you get? They'll feel offended and be like, "Bruh, how is he talking to me like he's the adult and I'm the child? Is he crazy or is she crazy?" Do you get? Which is why now, when that reaction comes out of the teacher, the student's like, "Don't talk to me like that. Now I'm gonna shout at you. Now we're gonna see who's better." Do you get it? Like, and then it's just like it's just back and forth. And what it is now, the teacher's not getting in trouble for this. It's the student. When the teacher was the one that started the whole situation, and it's just like, why?
I feel like, you know what it is, yeah? It's the teachers and their authority, their riding. You understand? Yeah. So when you're doing that, remember this: teachers are already given. They're given the power by the parents already. Yeah. Then by the school, and you've already accepted that they got this higher power. Yeah. So you now are under the system of, okay, just listen to what the teacher says. Whatever the teacher says, even when the teacher's wrong, you can't pull them up. Yeah, which is sad. You understand? Me, I was that guy. If I bust a joke, I can also end the joke and tell you to stop. Yeah, when you stop here, I'll tell you, okay, cool, here, this is done. The teacher's about to go in now. Yeah? Do you know what the teacher would say? They'll recognize the leader in you, but also tell you that, right, it's my job. Let me do that. Now, that's where they go wrong. Yeah? Now, other people, remember this, your friends could be so influenced by you, and now they've looked at that teacher as like, nah, this is not the teacher that we respect, because they just got onto somebody that we respect. You understand?
No word.
So why do teachers feel like they can talk to kids this way? Like
You know, it is.
Why do they feel like they have this hierarchy of authority?
You know, it is. It's like, so it's that basic setup of, as children to them, obviously we're looking at them as the adults, innit? And we're looking at them as those adults. Not only adults, but adults in authority that are meant to be teaching us something.
Yeah, 100%.
To take us to the next stage of life, if that makes sense, innit? So it's like, naturally, we will be a bit more submissive to their instructions, innit?
Yeah.
And it's like, where the power struggle comes in, as I would call it, is when you have that one dominant guy in the group. Like, as in, we all know, because we all work in schools, and there's always that one dominant guy in the group, innit? Or dominant girl in the group, where if you don't have them on board, the whole thing's a wrap. You get what I mean? The whole thing's a wrap. And it's like, one thing that teachers don't understand, teachers don't understand the value of leaders amongst them in terms of children. Because it's like, if you properly take the time with these leaders, it will make your job so much easier.
So easy.
So much easier. It's stupid.
They make it hard for themselves. It's so sad. It's sad.
It's a bit mad still. I feel like it goes down to tradition and culture, you know that always respect your elders type thing. We've all been grown into this etiquette of whatever you say goes, and man's just doing it because of age. Me personally, ban that. Yeah, I'm gonna be so real. I don't think that's right at all. If not to say if an elder disrespecting me, I'm just to go out and disrespect them. But if you disrespect in this life, or you make a wrong turn in this life, or you do a wrongdoing against somebody, an ill manner for no reason, expect one back. It's how this universe works.
But
Yin
then,
for yang, do you get it?
So
Real talk. So when one thing I have to say to teachers, if any teachers are going to listen to this, don't abuse the authority that the government's placed upon you. Because I remember teachers shouting in my face and talking to me in a certain way when it's just me and you. You get me? Or when other teachers are pulling me to the side or whatnot. But now when it's teachings, what's it called? Parents' evening, or some teacher-parent conference or something where my parents are here.
You're not trying to tackle me.
You're friendly. We're best friends. My teacher, my dad is shocked to hear the news I'm about to tell him about you. Do you get it? He's thinking, what? Because what you just displayed was something completely different. Because you know that you tend to act in a certain way when there's no one about. You understand?
You know,
hold on 1 second. The reason why I want to tackle it in the schools is because that happens to grow up to us being oppressed, and the anger builds up inside, man. Because I'm like, fam, I can't even do the things that I want to do that are not wrong. Do you get me? Like, it's not actually wrong. So now I feel like I'm trapped. I have no freedom, and I'm 12, 13. So when I'm 14, 15, and I'm out in the streets, you get me? Or I'm with brothers, you're gonna feel even more trapped. You get me? Because then you got people like police. A teacher ain't gonna rough you up like how a police officer will. Do you understand? And you're not wearing uniform when you're out on a Saturday. Do you understand? You're in your own clothes, so they will approach you just like how a teacher would approach you in your thing. Do you understand? I'm telling you, it's a bit mad, because then we carry that oppression when a police officer steps up to us. You get me? Because you're confronting man in the same way I remember from school, and I don't like that. I don't like this appeal to power thing.
But then to add to that, many adults expect students to respect their authority. Do you get it? And this is in the history, plus this is a part of the mainstream culture. So it's like, now they expect you to act a certain way and to speak a certain way, this, that. But it's now, you hear many people say, and in my opinion, I agree to it to an extent, but not fully. Certain people say that these schools are setting you up for prison and these things. And I agree with it to a certain extent, but I don't agree with it as well. Because now the main aim of school is not to get you in to go to jail or these things. It's to get you to have your education for when you're older. But now, cool. The reason I agree with it is now, these teachers, when your parents that may not be able to afford it, or even if they can afford these school uniforms and school meals and these things, this, that, these teachers are giving up on you.
It's true.
So
remember this, okay, cool.
Go on.
A person who's got money, is looked at completely different. Let's say children that go what's it called, private school, they're learning how to become employers. And when we're going to these mainstream schools, we're learning how to become employees. So the way that the system is, remember, you're getting what your money's worth is. Now the government is sending you to the schools. Your parents will get in trouble if you don't go to school. So now the expectations are different. And also, like, it comes, like, academy is different from another kind of school. You understand? Another institution. So Now, the way that they treat you is completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah? Respect. We've learned that respect is earned. Yeah? Remember when
Main
people
thing.
get given these kind of authorities, yeah? They ride on it due to the fact that they've had people that are so obedient to them and respect them no matter how they treat them. Yeah? Those are kids that might not have been in your generation, or your year 11. You understand? But the other year 11 might have respected them. Yeah, the other year 7 might have respected them. Yeah, even though they spoke to them and made them feel a certain way. Yeah, remember, like you said, in it, like culture. Yeah? So some people think, oh, if I say this to them, yeah, they might one day think, okay, let me do this. Yeah, they might become something one day because I've spoken to them so much, yeah, to make them feel down just to uplift them. But that's not how you uplift anyone. You understand? Yeah? That's how I see it, innit?
I feel like there's some a lot of educational establishments recently have been run more business orientated.
Yeah,
100%.
They care
100.
for actual youth development. You
100%.
understand? Even me, I remember being in school one time and they said because the length of my tie wasn't at my belly button, I couldn't go into my class. And I made a big thing about it, like a big thing. I made sure that day I even got excluded. That's how big I made it. I made sure I would not leave this hallway until the whole school and governors hear that. Because in my head I'm thinking, you're ready to cut my learning time. I'm in year 10 this time, you know, like we're doing for GCSEs and you're ready to cut my learning time because of the length of my tie.
That's crazy.
The
Still.
length of my tie.
You know,
Do you understand? Like I understand that they're trying to distill discipline into us and whatnot, but that's never ever gonna stop.
Word.
That's never ever gonna become a hierarchy of knowledge. I feel like when we're talking upon educational establishments, we have to be careful, you know, because that some of them are actually serious and some of them are actually putting in work. You get me, or
word.
changing by the minute. I know certain establishments, like even the schools that I went to, when they first opened up, they had no standards. Do you understand? But now we even work with their kids, bro. You get it? Like they have a standard now. Do you understand? So it's quite different. We can't necessarily just keep putting them down. But my question is, because Tafari says something key. He said teachers, and you said something key as well, Abdul. You both said something about respect and teachers feeling like teachers expecting respect from young kids and their students. So my question to you lot, in this generation and in this specific situation, you can answer it in this situation or the complex of something else, but do you think that, actually no, let's talk about in this context, in this scenario, do you feel like respect is earned or is it expected?
I feel like it's a bit of both, and the reason I say that is respect is earned from students. Do you get? So a teacher not earns your respect, but a student earns a teacher's respect in the fact of you don't even have to be goody two shoes or a teacher's pet, as people say. But as long as you know when it's time to be serious, you're serious. And when you're in the playground, do what you want, kickball, whatever, laugh, giggle, cool, whatever. But when it's time to be in the classroom, it's serious. You get? Now, cool. Respect is expected now in the case of a teacher wants you to talk to them like, not even like the teacher's your parent or whatever, but just like someone's grown, innit? Like, I have to look up to you. At the end of the day, you're just here to do your job. You're getting paid for this. I'm not. You get, like, you're getting paid bags a month. I'm not. So now it's like, fam, they expect, not saying they expect too much from us, but it's a thing where it's like certain things are respected in that instance of, even when you see certain teachers in certain schools. In every school, there's at least 4 or 5 teachers that all of the students respect and say,
100%.
man's going to this person to talk
word.
to them about this
Word.
because they are my G. Now, cool, that's the terminology, my G. Not my teacher, they're my teacher, but they're my G as well. And this is where the respect aspect comes into it. And these men are looking at these people as someone they can look up to. And if I'm in a classroom with this teacher, I'm listening. No doubt about it, because I know.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah,
You agree with that? Right, so my question to you now is, I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a little while. So my question to you lot now is, so are we using the word respect but meaning like?
But you know,
Are we only respecting or catering to the conduct of normal society to the teachers that we like, or the teachers that we respect? Because there's a difference. Do you get it? As in, I remember me personally. I was failing English and maths at a certain amount of time, for a consistent amount of years, and then I started to like get more into English, and I met an English teacher. Hey, if you're listening, big up Param Johal, man. She was hard, bro. Like, she's actually hard. She's a GCSE examiner right now, but I started to like her because she was calm, like she's down to earth. She'll talk to you, get me, and she's one of them people that, yes, she's white and she comes from, like, mainland Scotland background, rich family, but she deals with the ethnic minorities, you get me, and she's real with it. So we kind of built a rapport, and she helped me to pass English, you get me. See the maths teacher, the one that I couldn't stand, the one that I didn't want to go into their lesson, like, the one that I literally had to beg as I'm walking in the room, please, for the whole lesson, just don't talk to me. I'll work with the TA, just don't talk to me. For the whole lesson, that's what I actually had to do. I feel
like the key word is rapport.
No, it is.
You've built a rapport with the person.
You know, it is.
Yeah.
This rapport, okay, one thing I've noticed is that this rapport is built from, one thing I've noticed is very problematic within schools is the lack of transparency between teachers and the students.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You see how we're talking about the element of building that rapport with the teacher and building that respect. One thing that stuck out to me just now when Sharon spoke was that he said the teacher was real to him, innit? Do you know what I mean? When teachers are real to you, it's like it resonates with you a little bit more, because it's like you feel like, oh no, this person is genuinely here for me, innit?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Can I say something? I had a teacher called Wayne, He showed man love, but man didn't see it in the way that it was love. I saw it in a way like, raw. It was like a disconnection. So when man sees that, man's feeling like, raw. Wait, this person's moving away with man. But all that time he was just trying to make me learn from the actual, like, he's taught me something. He wants man to learn a different way, because other teachers might be feeding man too much. They might be thinking, bro, okay, wait, maybe he doesn't like this, let me leave it. But what if I do like it and I just need to work on it even better? You understand? Okay. Now, a lot of teachers in school were mentors. A lot of them. Some of them were just teachers. Teacher, a mentor, somebody who goes the extra mile. 100%. Somebody who might tell you about, you know what, I just had a baby, and me and my wife are planning to leave here. You know what, it might cost this much, commuting. It might cost this amount to buy this house or to start the mortgage. That is teaching me life.
Words.
You understand?
Words.
When you're like incorporating these kind of things, I'm learning from you. I might learn from your mistakes as well. That's a teacher of life, somebody who's teaching me something that I'm going to need later on. It's not necessarily just maths, English. You understand? And these are the kind of things that we need.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to big up my mentor, innit, Kieran Fapper, innit. Like, you see, having a mentor figure as a young youth, it changed your perception on how you see adults, how you go about life. How you go about life in terms of, just how you see things, innit? Because it's like Abdul said, when you've got that mentor, it's like you've got that life coach in a sense. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like they're not necessarily spoon feeding you everything you need, but they're kind of there to kind of give you the guidance you need to probably take you through. You get me? So
Alright, cool. So so I think one thing that we haven't actually I feel like I don't know, because I'm trying to hear what you are saying here, because I've been that student. You feel me? But I've been that student before. But the thing is, are we only because I feel like we're not being 100% real. Let's be honest. I feel like we're not being 100% real. I hear what you lot are saying, but it's the rapport between the teachers and the students that makes me wanna respect you or like you or work with you. Yeah. But my thing is that right?
But cool.
Hold on. Before you actually answer me, think about it.
I thought about.
Hold on. When you are not acting up to scratch, as in your behavior right now is actually unacceptable, in a society outside of whether you done misconduct in the streets or in school, whatever the society or the predicament you're in, it's deemed unacceptable what you're doing. Now, you're doing that because you don't respect or like this person of authority that's with you. Is that right? Because they haven't built a rapport with you. Because remember, teachers and mentors are two different things. Mentors' jobs are to build a rapport with you and to help you grow constructively, not just academically. A teacher is only supposed to develop you academically.
But listen, now, if a teacher goes the extra mile and telling you, like, remember, you could be a kinesthetic learner, auditory learner, or visual learner, and different kind of learning styles. Now, if your teacher uses his life or her life to try to teach you, yeah, they become a mentor already. Yeah, they've gone the extra mile. Yeah,
not necessarily because they're getting paid to, so it's not.
No, but you know what's mad? Yeah, they're getting paid to teach you academic stuff, not to teach you the other things.
What other things?
Yeah, like to talk to you about certain stuff which they're not. A mentor will be talking to you too.
That's what I'm saying. Only specific teachers do that.
Like, only specific. Only specific teachers.
Majority, therefore a minority.
All right, but that's what I'm saying. So that's why those ones that don't do it need to follow up with them.
I have a next question for you.
Go on.
So the minorities, those teachers that do the mentorship with you and whatnot. Think about the mentors that you used to actually work with. Yeah, was everything they was doing with you, bunny ears legal or quote unquote how teachers are supposed to deal with you? Because I remember my mentors, even the one that like comes with us when we're with the kids. I used to get slapped in the head. I used to get all pinched around that deep it. These things were constructive for us, but they were out of the lines. Do you get it? Okay. So if you're from that kind of background or environment where you would do something that is not necessarily right as society sees it to develop someone, then you would be normalized by that. You would think that's okay, that's all right. Do you get it? Type of thing. Whereas if now you're not from that background and you're from a strict, we do it by the book type thing, Tom ain't really gonna be so ready to
but then there's no connection. You're not really building a connection with a young person. Go on.
My response is, it's not about as in it's gonna sound hella what's the word for it? It's gonna sound hella riff-raff, innit? But you know, like how you say, some man wanna do it by the book and they did it. To be fair, these lot need to understand, these institutions need to understand the book's not for everyone. The way the book does it is not for everybody. Do you get it? Because they don't understand that, they can't cater for the youths.
I hear that, but deep it, bro. I'm not gonna risk going out the book if it risks my job. Think about it. No, a big man thing. Like,
so wait.
Let's say for example, one of the girls moved to me that we work with. I'm now supposed to accept it because I like you. No, I'm supposed to do it by the book. Do you get it? Like,
but there's ways of handling these things. Yeah, that's why you go through a course in order for you to make sure you know the barriers. Yeah, you know how to shut down certain stuff. You know what leads onto them doing these things. You understand the psychological part of stuff. Yeah, some teachers have never been through a trauma training. They are only there because they know maths. Some are there only because they know English. Some don't have kids. So they wouldn't know how to handle certain situations. You know, if somebody says, somebody's got a CV. Yeah, a CV says, oh, do you know how to talk to, do you know how to handle certain kids or like a special need child? Yeah, you don't know how to do it, but you've been handling your sister or your brother for a long time. That's part of your experience. You have experience in that. You understand? But you're not going to put it there because obviously the wording might not be the way that you understand it to be. Yeah? So, now, it boils down to experience. You understand? Now, the young people are coming from homes which are broken. Yeah? Homes that their parents don't really interact with them anyway. Yeah? Homes where their parents don't trust them.
Yeah.
Now, when your teacher says something, they're going to believe him. You understand? So, when your teacher's coming, your mom's coming for parents' evening, your dad's coming from parents' evening, and your teachers are spudding you and all of that and smiling with you, and that's not the kind of thing that they're talking to them about when they're on the phone. Yeah, when they're giving you exclusions and that, they're not showing that side. Yeah? But it's because
so it kind of balances it out for the parents, won't it?
You understand? Now, they stand in school stands in solidarity of the teachers. The government will do the same. The police stand in solidarity with the police. Yeah? Now, in society, you are made to feel alone no matter what. Your parents stand in solidarity. Now, you might be that kid that stands in solidarity with your siblings, yeah, and might jump in and say, "Oh, no, he didn't," when your brother literally did, but just to protect you. Yeah. Now the teachers are doing the same to protect their reputation. You understand? The head teacher will stand with his teachers and believe, "Oh no, they wouldn't break that." Yeah. Now, like you said, Jamal, yeah, a long time ago, you spoke to me about. You said, "Oh, if the police understood each other, yeah, understood the young people, yeah, it's better for them kind of people to be involved, yeah, because they can actually be with the community of the young people, and they can understand them. Now, the young people are not going to be running away when they don't need to run from intimidation. No, we know that police is normally here. He makes sure everyone's all right when they're in this position, when they're coming back home from school. You understand? All of these things.
You know, it's mad because of that whole, because that same idea of everyone supposing to, like everyone being alone and how it's kind of made for everyone to be alone. Yeah. That's how bare problems arise. Because even a real life example that an officer was telling me about was where a bunch of undercover officers pulled up on a bunch of youths. The youths ran thinking it was ops. Yeah, not only did they run, but one of them pulled out something and started letting it off at feds, not knowing it was feds. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, because of that kind of mentality and because of everything's somehow a threat and everything's against me, it's like, it's very easy for things to escalate and become something they don't need to be. Do you know what I mean? And,
go on.
And you see, like, honestly speaking, communication is something that this world lacks on a serious level. If you look at it even down to the way students speak to teachers, like, if you see the way teachers and students communicate, it is genuinely very, very poor. And it's almost, it's very structured and it's kind of too structured.
But hold on. Who do you think's fault is that? The teachers or the students' fault?
I said, there's not even that. I wouldn't even say that. I would take it further and say it's the institution's fault because they set it up the way they set it up.
Because my next question was going to be, I'm going to finish, but my next question was going to be that because right now we're talking about teachers. And I remember when you said as well how some of them haven't been trained in the trauma and whatnot, but that's not their fault. Do you get it? If man's supposed to be a soldier and we're going to fight a gun war against the Germans and you give me a shank, all I'm known to do is be a soldier, so I'm still gonna have to march out there in the war. If I get shot, it's not my fault because you didn't give me you didn't.
Can't throw man under the bus like that.
Exactly.
But here's the thing though, that's what's happening. That's actually what's happening in situation.
Cool. Let me say something.
With the police and
and teachers, the institutes, that's what's happening.
Right.
Teachers are getting
Now-
put out here that are not fully, not fully trained, and police officers are here not fully trained. So when they buck into a certain man that's street trained or a kid that's been in the system for a couple of years, you're not gonna get it. So my question, question to you is it the teacher's fault in that role, or is it the is it the teacher or the officer's fault, or is it the institution? And if so, what's our solution? Because we can't just keep ranting about it.
Nah,
we
I
have
hear
to
you.
find a
I hear
question.
you.
I want to hear from them though, but I want to hear I want to hear a solution if you agree. So
Before we get to the solution, I just want to say something. Yeah. I heard some teachers one day on a train. I was on a train on my way to East London. Yeah. I heard some teachers, two teachers. I think they go home the same way or whatever, or from the same school, whatever. Yeah. They were basically talking about students, and they were talking about students that got excluded and whatnot. And then they were talking about I overheard one of them say they still have students that have been excluded a year ago are still on the school records. And now, do you know why this is? Because the school are getting paid for the students to stay in their school.
Yeah.
As long as they have them on the system, as long as they have the students on the system, they're still getting paid for that student. Do you get?
They're doing some serious fraud, you know.
So now,
Some
cool.
serious fraud, bro.
So now, cool. Like, you deep it as well. I've experienced it, and I'm pretty sure other people have experienced it. Yeah, you've had guys in your class that ain't been in class for like 4 or 5 months because they're gone.
Just baking off on the register, just chilling there.
Because they done
Chilling there for
something
no
5
reason.
months ago and got permanently excluded.
And they already marked all the X's and that, but they're still there.
Exactly. And now, cool, like, why ain't these students getting off the system? Why? Because the school is still getting paid for it. It's the institution, it's the authorities, it's the head teachers, it's all of these, man. You get?
Because you know it is. You see, like, alright, cool. Most things that are set up now, yeah, even if you move away from schools, everything's set up in some form of business structure to make someone else some form of money.
Yeah.
These head teachers that govern these bodies, like these school groups, like for example, your big Harris's and that.
Yeah.
That's a big boy institute.
It is.
And whoever runs that is getting paid money.
Yeah.
Fact. Stupid money.
It's true.
Do you get what I mean? And it's like, it makes you question whether these institutes are genuinely around for the development of these young people, or they're just there to genuinely make more money.
It's a serious question.
Do you know what I mean?
It's a serious question that no one really knows the answer to apart from them. They can be feeding you these lies. Some of it may be true. At the end of the day, they could be feeding you the truth. Who knows? They could be feeding you lies. You don't know. Do you get it? Because they're saying what the adults and parents want them to hear. So cool. Now I'm gonna flip the script here and I'm gonna put this in. I feel like this is too one-sided. Let's change the gender and hear from a female's perspective and point of view. Shawna, what do you think about this?
About the whole topic as a whole?
The topic as a whole, yeah.
Okay. Personally, wait, hold on, which bit?
So
I can't land on
The
all of
last
it.
part that we spoke about is it the institute's fault, or is it the actual teachers or the police officers' fault? And how can we, what's the solution to change that? Because after you, we're going to go to the solution, because we've spoken about what the matter is.
It's the students' fault, personally. I feel like, personally, they don't know how to become accustomed to different people when it suits them. They just immediately think, okay, I'm meant to respect this person on a friend level, not as a teacher-student level. So automatically they're thinking, nah, I'm not looking for what's that word?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for someone to be my G, as was said earlier. Which, no, you can find that, but you can't expect to find that in everyone. So when you do come across someone that's not on that type of thing, it's like, you should be like, okay, cool, they're just my teacher, and it's just that thing. It shouldn't be anything more, nothing less. They're not getting paid to be your mentor, to be anything else. So expecting more, it's okay to expect more, but expecting more in this society today, it's not going to happen unless there is money involved. So economically speaking, you cannot expect more than what is being given out to you.
But cool, now let me challenge that. So you said that the aim of a teacher is to develop students, not in any way, shape or form, but in any way, shape or form that's legal, in the sense of I'm improving your grades, I'm improving your attitude, your mental state, this, that, because at the end of the day, someone could be going through the madness. Parents not home. For example, parents are taking drugs. That. There's bare different situations which suits them to not focus in school. So cool. When this is happening now, someone's gonna have to be there for them. And now, this is kind of leaning into another subject now, or point of interest now. Do you get? Students don't want to talk to their other peers or their friends. Yeah? So who are they going to talk to if they don't want to talk to those people? They got no one to talk to. So now cool, this is where a teacher can step in. Not saying the teacher's going to help, but a teacher can actually have that impact on them. The same impact that a mentor may have on someone, or just someone that you see on an adult level. So now,
what I was going to say is this,
go on.
What's the point of teaching me maths if I got problems at home and I might not even come school tomorrow? I might do the madness. You understand? I might go straight to River Thames, and sort out the problems.
That's a different.
You understand?
Why? Because
no,
I'll tell you why. Because you see, school, it's not. Like, I feel like we grew up in school, and so we started to believe that just because that thing there says so, it's supposed to give me education in that specific suit. It's incorrect. You see how you just said, why would I come to school? Why would you come and teach me maths if I might not even come to school tomorrow? Meaning there's bigger life things to teach me about. My question is...
No. I meant, what if I don't want to come no more because something has happened, like Tafari just said, and I'm not trying to come here, like I want to do something to myself. You understand what I'm saying?
So the thing is now, school is, even though at least you just looks at maths, English, science, and that's what they push, because they know that after this place, that's what the people with money, the people that's going to help you age off your life for the next 5, 10, 15 odd years, are going to be looking for those things. They're going to be looking for your maths, English, and science. You get it? So one, they're so big about pushing that on. And then the second part is there's actually principles set up in school to help you develop life skills that you won't realize. Do you know what I mean? Simple things like standing in a line. You used to think, why are you trying to control me that? Why does man need to be in a line to go to break or to go and get food? These things conform you for society. When you go to the bank, do you not have to line up? When you go to the post office, do you not have to line? Do you understand? I'm only using basic examples, but I'm using these basic examples to show you that everything in school has its own way of catering you for society. Do you understand? And there's one thing that we need to start instilling in our little brothers and our little sisters and our little cousins is self-actualization. Start to realize that teachers are not going to bring you everything, bro. Do you understand? That's not their job title. Do you know what I mean? If I am a gardener, I'm not going to come and start painting your wall too. Do you understand? Like, I've already clipped your glass and I've already sprayed and do you understand? So the main, what we have to realize here is we have to start teaching our little brothers and our little sisters to start understanding certain things from young, start living in a certain life, start walking in a certain way from young. So when they do come to these confrontations or these issues, they know how to deal with them. See, my parents, they taught me that obviously, as a young black man, you're a minority in this world, in this westernized society that you're growing up in, and it's dangerous for you. They taught me that not just to tell me that man lives a bad life. Bro, they taught me that specifically, so when I go outside and I get into a confrontation and someone calls me an N-word or a monkey or something like that, or I'm in school and I'm getting treated unfairly, bruv, the only reason why I'm going to realise is because of what my mum told me 10 years ago. Do you understand? It's tools, it equips you.
Bro, just think about this, yeah? A lot of the time in your life you spend with your teachers, bro. Yeah? A lot of the time you spend, bro. Yeah? And a lot of time, bro. You understand? Now, these teachers can put a lot into your head.
100%.
Yeah? And these teachers will impact you a lot more than your parents. But remember this, because you just know that your parents are your parents. Yeah? Now, your parents also tell you to listen to your teachers. But my teacher's not telling me anything more than maths or English. Yeah? Or science, bro. You understand? Now, if you're talking to me about science, don't just tell me that, right, this is how you look when you're fat. Yeah? This is how you look when you're skinny, bro. Yeah? Don't tell me that. Just tell me, raw, this is trauma, the amygdala. Yeah? The amygdala hijacks, yeah, your whole brain. And the prefrontal cortex is where you think drastically, you think in a better way. But obviously, due to the situation that you're going through, yeah, whatever that's happened straight away allows you to react in three things. Yeah, in three ways: fleeing the situation, freezing, and fighting. Yeah, so if you put all of these things and you make me know, raw, this is the reason why I get angry so quick when the teacher's telling me stuff. Yeah, now these kind of things, you're teaching me a different way of science.
No word.
Yeah, you're not just teaching me raw these things that, bro, I don't do science anywhere, bro. Yeah, and I studied science. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, now maths, I might use it sometimes, bro. Yeah, English, I use it every day, bro. I write stories. We all are writing our own stories, yeah? Like, we talk to different people differently. Like Shawna said, yeah? Okay, just knowing how to, like, basically talk to this person in a certain way, or this is the kind of relationship you have with this person. So that's when you know how to talk to this person, and this person here is only for that, so I talk to him in this way. But do you know what's mad? The teachers are blaming the parents. Bro, you spend more time with our children in school than us. So what are you teaching them? You understand what I'm saying? You're quick to exclude the children instead of saying, raw, you know what? Parents, you stay at home, don't come. We're going to deal with the children. Yeah? Word. We're going to teach them these kind of things. Word. You understand? Yeah? We're going to go the extra mile. Forget about the payment, bro. Yeah? I wouldn't mind. If I had money, yeah, I would set up a lot of things, yeah, to help these things. Like, you can't keep blaming the parents when these times you spend time with them, the children. Yeah, you can't ask for certain stuff because remember, you are dealing with the young people, innit? You understand?
You know it is.
Yeah.
It's an accountability thing. Like people ain't taking accountability for the impacts they're having on children. Do you know what I mean? Definitely. And young children's minds, they're very fragile. Yeah, they're very fragile, and they absorb stuff like sponges. Do you get what I mean? So if you're soaking that sponge in dirty water, that thing's coming out dirty. Do you get it? Do you get what I mean? So it's like, if these teachers, you see, like even when Shawna said, yeah, that students can't just expect everything to come from teachers. Obviously, yeah, we get that, innit? But it's a thing where it's like, alright, cool. Where do the teachers come in and show us, as the kids, like, listen, you don't need to actually pattern up yourself like this and sort yourself out a way where it's like, you can expect what you want to expect from us, or what you feel like you should expect from us as your teachers, as people supporting you lot. But at the same time, you need to understand that you lot are going to have to grow up and understand that it's not adapting. Do you know what I mean?
Like you see the uniform kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You can't when it gets to uniform. It's just the school rules. Don't say that, bro. Tell me, raw, this is how it's gonna impact my life.
Yeah, word.
Don't say, oh, I didn't make the rules. Don't don't do that, bro.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
That's
when
not
you're
hard.
doing that, you're making me feel like you're just following nothing. You don't know why you're doing it yourself.
Because most people in society, that's what they're doing.
And cool now.
More information than they normally are used to getting.
And yeah, now this is what I'm saying now. Yeah, alright, cool. Listen now. Like we say, or like Truman said, yeah, fam, you're putting these kids and telling them this to follow these rules when they don't even know who made the rules themselves.
Yeah.
But cool now. How are you helping me by putting me in a room with walls on either side? I can't look at no one, and I have to sit in a little box called isolation because I have a jacket on in the corridor.
No.
Waste of time.
No. Let me say, basically, it's not just for the fact that you're wearing the jacket inside the corridor. The teachers probably come to you, said, listen, like, just take it off. They don't even have to explain to you because as far as they're concerned, you're just doing the wrong thing, so just take the jacket off type of thing. Then it comes to the thing where, I'm going outside anyway, I'm not going to take it off, I'm going outside right now, innit? So then it's like, cool, the teacher's like, okay, cool, I've warned you. Now, I'm going to come to you and it's a detention thing. And if you're saying that you're not going, then yeah, you do deserve to go to isolation because why are you actually not listening to the instructions?
But
yes,
cool.
you feel like you're right, but you're just wrong in the teacher's
cool.
eyes.
Yeah,
so
but
you
then-
need to come to a custom with them and be like, okay, cool,
Yeah.
I'm going to take it off, but I'm going to put it on when I go outside type of thing.
And here's the thing, remember, bro, you've been coming to this school, you know you're breaking the code of conduct. You know that you're going against conduct. So if you was outside in society and you wanted to roll a spliff of weed and you wanted to smoke outside, you know that if Babylon come and police come to take you away, you're in the wrong for it. Do you understand? You've broken the code of society.
Yeah.
So I feel like what we need to do is start making our kids responsible from now. Stop babying them. Do you understand? Because what you're going to do is you're going to keep babying them thinking that, I can get through it. And then when things get tough for them because they're of a certain age now, there's going to be no one there to help them. Do you understand?
Yeah.
There's not going to be no one there to mediate for man because I'm supposed to be of an age where I can mediate for myself. Now I haven't learned. So I could be 20 now with a baby on the way and my rent's all in pause and I'm not living at home no more and baby daddy, I don't know where he is. All these issues and you don't know how to solve them because the basic skills that you would have learnt when you was younger got taken away from you. Now you feel life is unfair. But you're at a big age where you can't do anything about it. So you're just going to keep living in that life is unfair. Then you're going to show your kids life is unfair. Then do you understand? Like, I know we've all grown up and heard certain things about the you know, I'm not going to use the terminologies, but the man type thing. Do you get what I mean? Like, the Western society, the oppression type. We hear it of generations because no one decided to self-actualize and say, nah, I see what's going on around me. I see what my peers are going through. I see what my auntie went through. I see what my cousin went through. Let me go a different way. Do you get it? Or let me start to look at it a different way. So my point is that I feel like at this point, it's not even a time for us to cater to your emotion at this point. Do you understand? We know it's going to upset you that you're in isolation for the day. Do you understand? But you know, before I even came up to you, you knew that you was wearing your jacket in the building. You knew that's not allowed. Do you understand? So before I even approach you, you know that you are unjust in this situation. So whatever I say to you, you're to humble yourself. Do you understand? If your mum came into your room and it was messy and she told you to clean it, or you know that by 6 o'clock when mummy gets home from that shift, room better be on point. If 7 o'clock came today and the room's dirty, you know you're supposed to receive anything you're receiving. You hold it with humility and meekness because you knew you was in the wrong. Do you get it? If you keep teaching them that that's not what it is and you appeal to their nature or their emotion, bro, they're only going to start thinking that that is acceptable. That's what to be expected. So when no one's catering for them anymore, that's what like you know how secondary school teachers make a big thing about the transition in between college and how they're not going to care. It's real because they won't care. They won't care, bruv. I dropped out of college and they don't remember your name. Do you understand? So my thing is, hold on, because we're going to keep going around and around and around about this. My main thing is
that's one thing after.
Alright, cool. That's my point. But my question now is, so those teachers who are not fully cutting it, and those police officers who are not fully getting it right, or those guys that can have the influences that can have a part in these children's lives that they're just not getting, or the children are not getting, how can we help them? What advice can we give to these people in power to start helping people? Because that's where it's gonna start.
Alright, go. What I was gonna say is this though, quickly. Like I was gonna say, okay, cool. Now, you get taught something in school. When you get to college erases it, because first of all, in college you're not wearing a uniform. You're wearing whatever you want to wear. Now, when you get to work, that's when you could either wear a uniform or not wear a uniform. So right there is already a confusing kind of thing. You understand? Yeah? Now, isolation for wearing a coat that I'm going to wear in 2 seconds anyway, because I'm leaving the building, that's kind of mad. Yeah? That's when we go back to preparing you for prison.
But let's be
You
real,
understand?
no teacher's gonna actually come up to you and say, Abdul, you're wearing a jacket, isolation.
No, but they do though.
No, they don't. They actually don't. It always stems somewhere. They're not actually gonna walk up to you and literally just say, Abdul, isolation.
Okay,
and hold on. Even if they do, they could have went about it in a more courteous way. Common courtesy, as in how they would have prepared to be treated. So they could have been courteous about it, but. As far as they're concerned, not even as far as they're concerned, reality states you're still unjust. You're still in the wrong, bro.
Cool,
so if
bro.
they dealt you that isolation, bro, you gotta be a man and hold that
You're
isolation.
remember this, you're labeled, yeah? Okay, now, you can be with these sets of children, and these children are always getting into trouble. But due to the fact that you're with them, yeah, that teacher's gonna label you the same as them.
Why are you with them?
Why not? They're my friends.
Because if you see your friends that are always getting in trouble and they're spiraling in a bad way, and now it's starting to affect your life in a negative way, why are you still in that batch?
But who said it was? Because you
because you're getting called up for it. They're coming to you, so it's clearly negatively
now,
affecting you because now you're getting portrayed in a bad view or a bad way.
But look, they are in my class.
Yeah.
So what? Are you trying to say that these kids shouldn't be in school at all?
No, I'm saying they shouldn't have to be friends. You shouldn't. We all know
Yeah.
that. Cool. We all work together in the same building, but I don't have to necessarily speak to Jamal if I know that Jamal's going to bring a bad representation on me. Do you understand?
But guess what, bro? If they're family, what happens then?
If they're family, then that's an in-house thing. That's where you need to learn how to mediate with your family in a different environment. Because at home, nothing that you're doing would have been wrong. Slapping each other's necks and them things, you're at home, it wouldn't be an issue. But only because you're in a different place, you have to adapt to the code of conduct in where you are.
Said this, yeah? Now, remember this, yeah? You could be walking on the roads, yeah? And the friends that you meet, the people that you see, and you're just going to spud them. And that's enough for the police to say you was with them.
Yeah.
And then you're going where? To the can with them.
Not necessarily.
You're gonna get bagged with them. First of all, you're gonna get bagged until they can prove you wasn't there.
Yeah, word.
But your time has still been gone.
That's society, bro.
All right, but
and that's remand, not bagged. There's a difference.
No, but you're being in thingy, you're bagged. Being in the cells, you got bagged to go cells.
Yeah, word.
No, but you have to use the words differently because they mean different things to the world. Do you get it? As in, if I'm on remand now, it's a bit different. Cool, let's say I got fired. I can come back to my job and say, no, but I've got proof and receipts that the allegations were false and da-da-da. That's different now. But if man's now convicted and I've fully received that charge, do you understand now?
Alright, them kids.
Now. So, when we come back from the break, we'll carry on this conversation, you know, and yeah, it's been good. It got a bit, not heated, but you know, it was just debates and stuff like that.
It's been the best ones though. That's you get the most gems in that. You get me?
And this is what we kind of want to implement into the society and kind of give you lot your own say as well, as not only fans, but we don't want to see you lot as fans. We want to see you guys as people that are there to help build this and to help build you lot self characters and all these things as well. So yeah, after the break, you know, we need to sort out some things, but yeah, see you lot after the break. Yeah, nice.